guys, Sophia here from my great challenge. Hold on, I gotta move stuff here. Okay, it's another Saturday where I am going to finally finish this yard. If you watched the video last time, I made a mistake and I have to redo the gate. I thought about using that gate to put it in the back against the dogs, but it's not wide enough. I can't win, right? So we gotta resize the gate today so that it can fit on this side of the fence. And I gotta finish the flower bed, bring in all the topsoil. Now it's not the time to plant another apple tree, so we're gonna have to wait mid-March of next year. That's all right before they bloom. That should be fine, as long as I can have some cross-pollination. But I gotta tell you, I have no energy today. I'm not feeling it, but I gotta get it done. It's starting to get cold. I have to move my roses now. Roses you can move all year long if you still keep the soil around them. Bare root roses that are dormant, you should only move them in the winter before it comes out. But these I'm going to move with the soil, bringing them here, amend the soil a little bit. It rains, so the soil is nice and moist. I'll add a little bit of water. It's not freezing yet at night, so we're still, you know, in the 50s, mid-60s, sometimes 70s, so it's not bad, northern New Jersey. So I'll move the roses today and finish the bed and then let the dog loose. I got an idea of what I want to do in the back. I don't want to do the boards that I showed you last week because it stops the water from going through. So I bought some pickets type thing, and I'm gonna do a temporary chicken wire type gate. Eventually there will be a real gate that opens up. I just don't have the time nor the desire to do it this year. I gotta be honest, I've worked so much in outdoors this year that I'm kind of like saturated right now. I have projects I want to do inside the house over the winter, and I'm really looking forward to doing those. So this might be my last time in the yard. We'll see. Scott is going to redo the gate for me. He's going to resize it and reinsert the brackets. Then I'll help him install it. While he does that and it's making a lot of noise, I will start digging up the flower bed that's going to be for the rose and all the other plants. And
you're gonna make sure you eat lunch today, right?
And I'll make sure I eat lunch today so that
so that you don't
so I don't end up doing some crazy stuff like putting the rose bushes upside down or whatever could possibly be going wrong today. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah.
And I look like a bag lady. That's right, I look like a bag lady today. I bought those with the little flower things at the beginning of COVID. This is the type of getup I have when I go in the field. For those of you who don't know, are new to my channel, by the way, welcome. I am a social worker in mental health. I do assertive outreaches in the home of my patients for one-on-one counseling and trauma counseling. And of course with COVID, it's putting me at risk. So I have my little first responder sticker on my car, on my work car, but I have to protect myself. So I wear caps like these. I have 5 of them, one for each day of the week. I wear gloves and I have a mask, so you can imagine the ridiculousness, okay? But you gotta do what you gotta do, and New Jersey ain't getting any better, so there you have it. All right, let me start digging. So this is the flower bed that I am creating. Oops, and it goes all the way in the back. And right now we have the sun. It's winter, so the sun is behind the house, but in the summer this whole area here is full sun all day long. And then right there I have the apple tree, so the apple tree will be facing south, which is where I'm at right now, and you're facing north basically. And that area in the back here starts getting the west sun, so the apple tree will not be producing too much shade. I'll still have enough sun over here, but this whole area here is going to be partial shade plants anyway, so it's not going to be a problem. So what I want to do right now is start redigging the flower bed and shaping it like I did the other one. I have my edger right here. I bought some amendment topsoil that I'm going to mix in there. I have to create the whole edge here that separates the flower bed from the grass. It's going to take me a while, but Scott is doing his own thing on the other side, so When I see you again, we'll probably be installing the gate. All right, here we go. We got a gate. Cool. So now we get the dogs. Oh boy, it is freezing, but I got a gate. So now this is all closed off, I hope the wind is not too much. So this here, I gotta keep digging at it. There's a big root right here from the tree that I can't get to. I'm not gonna plant much there, maybe just bulbs. I gotta remove all the leftover grass. Looks like I'm not gonna be able to do the roses today again, but if you look at it from the other side, and Scott went to get the dogs. Oh, here's the cat on the other side. This is what it's gonna look like. All right, so less and less grass, more and more room for plants and flowers. And here are my babies. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? And here we go exploring. It's not the best of days. We're gonna have to teach them not to go inside the flower beds. Yay! And the cat joining too. What you think? What you think? Where's she going? What you doing, Fiona? So we're gonna be smelling for about an hour now and eating grass. What you doing? What's going on? All right, come on.
Soph,
What?
I'm gonna intervene.
What's the matter?
Soph,
What?
get some lunch.
I'm already hungry.
That doesn't matter. It's like 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Yeah, but what do you think? Should I put that root, like make it visible? Because it's kind of nice.
If that's what you want, then do it. But get some lunch.
Alright, fine. You know what? I'll put bulbs right here. They'll look pretty in front of the, and then a hydrangea over here. That would look good. Alright, let me dump the, alright, fine. Fine, I'll go have lunch. Come on, puppies. You ready to go? Let's go home. You like it? You like it? Yay! You like it? I'm running out of battery. It's done, and it's done. I didn't get a chance to move the roses because it's getting late, and you can see it's sundown. But it's pretty much 90% done. So let me give you a quick tour. It's amazing the amount of stuff we did in the property over the summer. It's almost over, and I think it's gonna look great come next summer. Quick recap for those who aren't new. Did a secret garden here. Here's my vegetable garden. That's all fenced in, you can see that. And I have my doggies now in my backyard. This is the gate that we installed so they can't get out. And the bed we created today with the added topsoil. So rose here, probably another rose here. I'll buy it sometime during the spring. And then the apple tree is going to be a little bit on the edges here because I want to be able to put another rose over here. And then in the back behind it, because it's going to be partial shade again, this is going to be all hydrangeas and partial shade perennials. And then we did this one here. You see how it doesn't stay black too long, right? Electra! I can't remember when we did this. Was it in June maybe? I didn't do this yet, didn't get a chance. So this is what it looks like from this side. And then remember next whatever season, spring, maybe this summer, in 2021 I'll do another bed here. And I'm keeping those organic shape for a reason. Now remember, a lot of plants are going to go over it, right? So it's not going to be like this weird path. It's going to be, we're guarding. See how she guards me. Anyway, it's going to be curves and stuff like that. So tomorrow I'll add to this video. I'll plant the roses, I'll transfer them, and then this video will be over. So I'm going to leave you now. And when I come back, it'll be tomorrow for me. A few seconds for you. Okay, so I'm back. It's Sunday. It's going to rain in about 5 hours. So I have 5 hours to move the roses and do other things that I want to do in the yard, including planting my bulbs. I'm almost too late. And I'm going to spend the rest of the day cleaning up the front. So, you know, this whole shenanigan about fencing off the backyard, It wasn't just for the dogs, it was also to move the roses. It's because I want a rose garden. So over the years, it's going to grow and it's going to be fabulous. There's still some things that I want to do in this yard. It's not going to happen this season, only because up to here with the yard, let's face it, I spent the entire summer working in this yard and it shows. Is it perfect? No. Hiring people is definitely not something that I can do financially. We did the best we could with the level of skills that we have, and I'm trying to encourage you to do the same. Nothing has to be cookie cutter, perfect, beautiful, picket fences, white, everything. You can do whatever you want in your yard. That's the reality. You know, we don't live in a homeowner association type setting. So I can do whatever I want with my yard. And what I did is working for us, and it's going to be beautiful once everything is in bloom and everything has grown and I have all sorts of plants and stuff. It's not a professional job. Very obviously it shows. But anyway, so yeah, I'm happy. It's not too cold, but it's not sunny. So it's going to be, and it's supposed to be windy. So let me get going. I'm going to show you what I did yesterday. Trying to not trip on the stuff I have here on the floor. And maybe we'll get a little bit of sun. I don't know. So, yes, this here is temporary. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Probably going to put a piece of wood at an angle, but for now I have this. So this is the fence we did yesterday. Well, finished with the gate. And this is what the yard looks like right now. Now, if you refer back to videos when I was building this, if you remember what the backyard looked like, you cannot tell me this is not a transformation. Obviously, the grass has been trampled a lot, so it needs to regrow, but that's going to happen in the spring. Let me see. So, I need to put something here in the spring. Need to put something here in the spring. I'm trying to figure out, the roses are going here. I have a red one and a white one. They're both hybrid, so they're going to go all the way up to here, or just about, when they are in full maturity, in about 2 years. So I have to figure out if I want the rose, the white one in the front, and then the red one here, or I want to switch. So rose here, and rose here, and probably something here. I'm not sure, maybe another rose. Definitely some stuff here. Apple tree right there in direct diagonal with this apple tree. And then again over here we'll have hydrangea in the back, some type of annual or short perennial in the front. Same thing here. I may put another rose here. Some of the roses that take partial shade, though in the summer this is pretty much in the sun, this area right here, from noon to 8 p.m. So I can definitely put a rose here as well, and here. So I may have more roses here. And then this you've seen already. So where am I going to put the bulbs? Here and over there. And I'm going to put some, or maybe I'll put some bulbs here in that little area. And then I need to put some bulbs in the back here. Let me go. In the secret garden. Right, so these are hostas. These are daylilies. These I forgot the name. I forgot the name. The purple. These are more hostas, and then hostas and hostas over there. So I can put some bulbs all around here as well. And then these, of course, will be planted with some annuals in the spring. And then I still have some chards here, and rosemary and thyme and oregano and lemon balm, lots of parsley, and then this is Mexican tarragon. So these will come back next year. And then the chives over there. So yeah, it's looking pretty good in my opinion. Let's go check out the roses. So we're coming on to the front here. Alright, so this is the red one, and you can see it's in bad shape. I do have a long stem, but everything's been chewed up. And this is the white one that has been chomped up as well. Every single stem has been chomped up. Can you see that? So they both have to be removed. I have to cut off all the branches and leaves that have the rust on it, because that's a disease. I do have one rose left. They didn't chomp on that one, but you see here that's been chomped. This has been chomped. These over here have all been chomped. This one managed, but they chomped. I believe they chomped the top, maybe not. I have to transplant them with the majority of the soil. I'm not going to do it bare root. I got to cut this one. I'm going to cut them just a tiny bit because they're not supposed to get really trimmed down until all the sap is back in the roots. I do need to cut off, oops, I just pricked myself. I just need to cut off the diseased leaves, and I'm going to put them in planting mix with some peat moss, and we'll see what happens. So we got a problem. I thought I was gonna get a lot of dirt around them, even though it rained. All the dirt fell off. So the white one came out almost bare root again. It's not ideal. We're gonna try to save them. And then the red one is pretty okay. So what I'm gonna do is dump some planting mix in my wheelbarrow, and I'm gonna add some peat moss and water, and I'm gonna coat all the roots with that, like a mud. This is what I'm gonna create, and they're gonna get planted with that mud around them, and I'll put water in the new holes too. So I think the Olympiad might make it. Unfortunately, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to save the St. John Paul II, the white one. We'll see. You know, worst comes to worst, I'll buy new plants. But it was imperative that I move them, so I really don't have much of a choice here. So let me dump all of that stuff in here and then make my little mixture to see if I can recoat the root system. So what I'm trying to do here is coat the roots with this mud, like this, and try to move them and see what happens. Okay, so I have both in there. So now what I'm going to do is take a glass with alcohol in it. You know, some high level alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, whatever. And I'm going to dip my shears in there, and I'm going to start cutting. I'm not cutting it too much because there still is sugar in the branches right now. I'm going to clip just the top and whatever I see that's diseased. And then because it's just like hydrangeas, you only cut them and trim them down the same year of their growth. So obviously we going into winter. So in February or March, when they are dormant, I'll trim them down to just 1 foot. And then everything will grow back. So all of this will get trimmed. Get out of here. All of this will get trimmed before the spring, and we'll see if they come back. But there are some branches that are diseased. I see that. There's a few things that need to be trimmed down. But you need to dip your shears in alcohol when you do that, because if there is a disease, when you cut, the disease gets on your shears, and then you transfer it to the next branch. So I'm trying to be as educated as I can with regards to roses. Again, this is my first time growing roses, so I'm a newbie. Hopefully I'm not messing around too much. We'll see. Alright, I need my glasses for this one. Alright, so Scott gave me a glass with alcohol in it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and dip my shears. And again, this is to prevent spreading of diseases. Alright, we're going to cut the most obvious one, which is this one. It's going to get cut anyway. By the end of winter. So this is gone. Let me cut this rose. Dip in alcohol. Cut this one. Okay. Now you see this one here? It looks like this branch is either dead or it's got a disease on it. So I'm just gonna cut it right here, get rid of it. Alright, let's go to the obvious one. What's going on here? See that? So I'm gonna cut that. Same thing. And then this one here. Cut this. And then this one's coming out on its own. Alright, there's a dead branch right here. I don't know if you can see it. You see this? Alright, so I'm gonna cut that. Okay. This one looks like it's dead. I'll cut it at the beginning of the season, not now. So what I'm going to do now is cut a little bit on everything because I just transplanted it. So I'm not cutting a lot, but I'm cutting right before a knot. And again, this is all going to get trimmed down this winter, so I'm not worried right now. I just don't want it to get shocked too much. Okay, so we'll see what happens again in March. Early spring, I'll chop it down to just 1 foot, and it will promote new growth. So what I'm going to do is the same thing on this one, and then that'll be it for today. Done. I tell you what, I'm done. I'm going to clean the front, but I'm not going to film. I just need to get it done. So sorry guys, that would be the only video this week. What I'm going to do now is take this gizmo here. I won't film it. You basically dig a hole pull the stuff out, put your bulb, and then press this button, and your entire chunk of soil goes back into the hole. So I'm gonna do some narcissus right here, and I'll do some narcissus here. I'll do alliums over there with some narcissus, and then I'll figure out where else I'm gonna put some. Like I said, probably in the secret garden. And I am done. So I see you guys next week. I'm sorry there's gonna be no other video because this took a lot. And I'm not talking about the roses, I'm talking about the whole thing. And I'm kind of like saturated right now. I need some self-care. So I will talk to you later. Oh look, the sun is shining finally. I think it's gonna look great. All right, send me some good vibes to make sure they do last and not die. We'll see what happens. If they do survive, it's gonna be beautiful and I'll be very happy. If they don't, I'll buy new ones. No big deal. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey, it's me, and guess what? Click that thumbs up if you really like this video. Thumbs down twice if you didn't. You can also share my video if you really liked it, or save it to watch later. Also, you can subscribe to my channel, but don't forget to click that bell button so you are always notified when I post a new video. Thank you for watching.